So we talk about a little bit on the economy. How about politics? What's your thoughts on what's going on now? And really, who are you going to vote for?
Okay, I'll answer that. I figure everybody hedges. There are a couple of things. And I'll preface my answer with, I don't go out of my way. This is very important social media. This is a social media lesson. I don't go out of my way to offend people. But I don't go out of my way to try to avoid offending everyone. I think in social media where whatever you say is immediately visible to the entire world, if you're just as honest with your audience, with the world, as you would be with your friends after 2 drinks, basically, so you're not quite to like the stumbling, cursing sailor stage, but you're letting down your social filter a bit. You will have diehard fans. If you have any skills and you're just as honest with your audience or potential audience as you would be with friends after 2 drinks, you'll have diehard fans. And I'll come back to that in a bit. You'll also have people who just decide that you are the Antichrist. Like, it does not matter. So I start getting these emails, or my assistant, Amy, who's often on an island off of Vancouver, starts getting these emails, and it's like, I think Tim should really not talk about wrestling or fighting or something like that. Like, thank you very much for your consideration. It's like, okay. And she's like, whatever. And then it's like, they started escalating, and it got to the point where there was this like 10-page letter. The guy's like, Tim Ferriss, I'm not kidding, you are the white horseman to our children. It was like the guy went nuts. He went totally off the deep end, and he was like, when judgment day comes, you will be whatever, I mean, smitten with like a stake through your heart, you filthy bastard, Tim Ferriss. And it was like, the guy went nuts. And like, was this for my baby seal clubbing post? No. Was this for my like how to trip old people and laugh post? No. It was for a post that I put up about social media fundraising for education in the U.S. And I mentioned that I knew the CEO of a startup because we used to wrestle together. That was it. All right. So now that I've given you that huge preamble, I'm going to vote for Barack Obama, and I'll tell you why. It's not because I think that this vague notion of change is going to fix everything. I don't think he's going to swoop in with a cape and like send an email and fix the deficit. I don't think that he's going to meet with the Sunnis and the Shiites with no preconditions and be like, guys, enough is enough. Let's just make it happen, and then it's going to work. I don't think that's going to happen. What I do, really, the post, and I've thought about this a lot, I know people who are advisors to Barack Obama, and I know people who are advisors on the other campaign. This is really what did it for me. Mark Andreessen is one of the people I respect most in Silicon Valley. And he and I have done work with another educational nonprofit called Room to Read as well, roomtoread.org. I recommend you check it out. And he put up a post about a meeting he had with Barack Obama years before he ever entered the presidential bubble, so to speak. And he basically said he comes off as a very eloquent, very smart, very sincere, normal person. Like, he didn't get that politician vibe. And I've met with quite a number of politicians, and I just feel that if he can relate to people and people abroad as a normal person, as a sincere person, and number two, if the rest of the world on which we are going to depend when we go into this hangover period after our 20-year party we've just had, if they all want Barack Obama to be president and they love Barack Obama, that's just about reason enough to have him be president in a lot of respects. Politicians all lie. Barack Obama lies and he will lie, right? But I think he's a lot better than the alternative. And it's part of his job requirements to lie, so I don't really hold it against him in a lot of respects. And that's all I'll say about politics. But I think it would be a welcome change of pace. And I think that it would also do a hell of a lot to remove a good deal of the racial tension in the United States. So all of those things are good. And that's why I will vote for Barack Obama.
You're really brave.